Lowe, the '87 World Professional Champion, won this pair's title last year with Bob Anderson, but this time is partnered by the accomplished American Tony Payne. And the crafty Cockney Eric Bristow teams up with the top Welshman, Peter Locke. Locke from Merthyr Tydfil was on the losing side in the final last year with Bristow, and he's determined to go one better this time. Tony Payne is the junior partner in the other team and is confident of turning the tables on Bristow.
It was because I was too green, didn't know where I was at. Never been there before that he beat me. He took advantage of a rookie. Now, I'm not so green.
Yeah, he's no longer world champion, no longer number one. He's not that easy. He's not that hard to beat anymore, is it?
You're telling me you think that you can take him, and he's a much easier rival than he was?
Oh yes, yes. He's far easier than what he used to be.
And you look like you might be looking forward to repeating the dose, John.
Yes, I don't think the fella's that hard to beat anymore at all.
I won't take him apart. You'd never take him apart, but if I play well and hit me doubles, I'll beat him.
You're always confident though, Eric. I mean, you always really fancy your chance, don't you?
I'll never lack confidence. And my partner Peter's playing well, and we're looking forward to the final. We want to take that trophy home. We've done well so far. We haven't dropped a set. Peter's playing brilliant. He's in a close call there, 4-3. Come back, showed a lot of character, and it's going to... One trophy's going to go back to Wales, and the other one's going back to Stoke.
That's your message for John Antony, is it, before the final?
Yeah, I heard Tony's interview before, and he said he played me before, and he was 2-0 up in the World Cup singles. He was a bit green. And my first single this evening will be against Tony, and he's going to be even greener.
Bristow never short of confidence. But it was John Lowe against Peter Locke in the first of the 5 sets, Lowe winning it 5-4. Bristow did beat Payne in the second, as he said he would, to level the match. And then he and Locke easily got the better of Lowe and Payne in the pairs. 2-1 to them with the 2 singles to come. The classic confrontation, Lowe against Bristow, and then Payne against Locke. Each of those sets played over the best of 9 legs. So let us pick it up with the 4th set. John Lowe, his side 2-1 down against Eric Bristow. Commentary at the Paddocks, Canby Island, by Bob Anderson and Dave Lanning. Lowe has won the first leg, and now it's Bristow at the Ocky for the second.
It's fair to record that these two have had another little war of words following the Blackthorn Masters on ITV, when John Lowe, here on the mark, went on record as saying Bristow was a disgrace for some of his comments before the final. So, it's bubbling under nicely.
100!
Swapping punches now, neither giving anything away. Bristow left 1-6-1, which might equal our highest checkout of the championship.
180! Eric requires 100.
Slightly short of sensational now. Bristow on 1-6-1. Yes, no, 3-17 to leave the ball. 94 now going.
97. John requires 81.
For a 2-0 advantage. 81 the shot. .66 now going. Should be 16 to leave the ball.
Yes! The second round.
Marvellous shot, and we were right in there with it. 12-dart checkout ending right in the middle of the bullseye.
I'd just like to say, there's only about, I don't know who he is, but it seems to be coming over quite a lot to this stage. We've heard enough of you. All right, thanks. Let the players do the job. Thank you. Third leg, John to throw first. Game on, please.
Lowe then, 2 up, and with the strike. Looking like a man inspired at this moment.
140!
Two ton 40s in succession. Second dart's in the treble.
100! John requires 121.
To go 3 up. 121. 317 surely must now be his target. No, he is opted out, knowing full well that Bristow can't check.
85.
Which leaves him on his well-favoured double 18 and trusted.
And John requires 36.
And now 2 9s.
18 score. Eric requires 150.
Well, it's a glimmer of daylight for Bristow, only just 156. Takes some doing. Needs the other treble now to lead to 18s.
140.
Spelt the
John
message out.
requires 18.
Lowe can't afford to miss again. 2 9s. Getting a bit tight now.
Unlucky, no score. Eric requires 16. Yes, that's the third leg.
You just can't afford to give Bristow that kind of opportunity.
Fourth leg, Eric to third verse. Game on, please.
Eric Bristow seems to be enjoying himself.
100.
Well, Bob, that really, in the final analysis of this match, might be the turning point, because John looks set for a 3-love match. His 2-1 doesn't look anywhere near as healthy for him.
That's true. He had a really big chance then.
100.
Down in Wiltshire, we'd say it's muck spreading time.
Well, these two have done a fair bit of muck slinging between the pair of them over the years.
100.
Well, certainly nobody's leaving the paddocks this final on a knife edge. This match could go either way, and I wouldn't care to bet on the outcome if we go into the final match between Locke
100.
and Tony Payne. Been beautifully balanced. The pairings have worked out really superbly well, gathering momentum in importance and stature in this championship in its second year.
140.
Leaves Bristow a shot on 131. To 120 scored treble 15.
165.
Quite brilliant.
Eric requires 131.
If Bristow gets the opening treble 20, which he doesn't, he would have looked at 3 13s to leave 2 16s.
59. And John requires 36.
To break back. 2 18s.
Yes,
No mistake this time.
John Lowe. Fifth leg, John throwing first. Game on, please.
Lowe then with the strike. This is the fifth leg. He leads 3-1.
100.
Well, Bob, that really was an important leg for Lowe. He had let Bristow out of jail, but went straight back in.
If John had messed around on the double again then, I think wouldn't have seen Eric for dust. He'd have just...
135.
I think he'd have trampled him, quite frankly, but he's still there.
And it's still far from over. Compelling dart play here at the paddocks. Again leaves Lowe in with a very real chance of checking out next 3.
85. John requires 161.
.45, 3 15s perhaps now.
125.
Leaving again 2 18s. And Bristow tottering.
140. John requires 36.
36 again. He hit it for a start last time.
Yes, that's the fifth leg. John Lowe.
13 darts for check out.
Sixth leg, Eric going first. Game on, please.
And Eric Bristow scrapping for his life, needing this leg to stay in
85.
this match against his old enemy John Lowe. And Bob, I think perhaps the important factor is that Lowe really is hitting the doubles with so much more confidence now.
He's gritted his teeth and he's just getting on with the job now, and he's playing superbly.
60.
Lowe hardly allowing Bristow relaxation on this leg. Very hand strike.
25.
Bristow in command here now, leading this leg, and knowing indeed that Lowe has the darts at the top of the second leg should he win.
60. 41. And then it requires 116.
Well, Bob Anderson shaking his head there as Bristow goes for 116. Well, it was 3 8s, 24 the second shot, leaving 2 16s. Bob, you're shaking your head.
Yes, again, I couldn't quite believe what John was doing. He seemed to throw with a different pace that time, as though he'd almost resigned this leg.
140.
Oh, picked up the pieces there.
Eric requires.
But Eric on
32.
2 16s. Now 8s.
Yes, that's the sixth leg. Eric Bristow. Seventh leg, John to throw first. Game on, please.
And this should be the one where John Lowe attempts to step up the pace and take the set.
60.
He is 4-2 up. Looked like he just free-wheeled rather towards the end of that last leg. But Bristow, he's got to give him half an inch. And he grabs
140.
1,000 leads. I suppose, Bob, really the difficulty is that if you allow yourself to relax, it may take a fair effort to pick up the pace again.
That's exactly right, especially when you're playing a man of Eric's calibre.
100.
You just can't relax, and that's all there is to it.
Well, Eric is only 20s level now. That's 60 in front.
100.
Bristow should win this leg. He really is right back in with the darts. The next one to take it to the decider.
$100. $100.
Again, leaving a check out. 161.
$60. Eric requires 161.
All right, 3 17s. Now the bullseye to be for the highest check out.
136 score.
Just a mite too high.
$125. Eric requires 25.
Make it 4-3. 2 8s. And no 4s.
21 score.
That could be
John
the death knell
requires 56.
for Eric Bristow. Lowe trailed through 8 on 56. Double top to repeat his World Professional Championship victory.
Yes! That's the fourth stage. John Lowe.
And Lowe at last allows himself the luxury of a watery smile. But we had a marvellous match.
So a dramatic climax to this final assured, and we'll be back with the decisive 5th set after the break.
I don't suppose you have a copy of Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley. It is rather old. It's by J.R. Hartley.
No luck, Dad. Never mind. There's still a few more to try.
Good old Yellow Pages. We don't just help with the nasty things in life, like a blocked drain. We're there for the nice things, too. You do? Oh, that's wonderful. Can you keep it for me? My name, oh yes, it's J.R. Hartley.
Do you know what I fancy? A lovely hot bowl of Heinz soup. Yeah, I can smell it. I can see it. I can taste it.
Oh, my favourite, Trev. Mulligatawny.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, lovely. You have just experienced the supernatural, brought to you by Heinz.
Once upon a time, all the King's men couldn't make him take some junior pain relievers. But there's new Junior Paraclear. Junior Paraclear is paracetamol-based, gentle on junior stomachs. Quick to dissolve for speedy action, with a strawberry taste. And it relieves junior miseries from headaches to colds and flu. New Junior Paraclear. There's no easier way to put Humpty Dumpty together again.
At McDonald's, we've got time for you. The sun's gone down and the day is through. When the time's your own, it's good to know there's a place you can always go. For everyone, it's true. At McDonald's, we've got time for you.
The new Amstrad VHS twin-speed video recorder can turn a 4-hour tape into an 8-hour tape at an Amstrad price. £329 with infrared remote control.
Nowhere in the world is style more special. Nowhere in the world is choice more cherished. Nowhere in the world is price more comfortable. And nowhere in the world is quite like World of Leather. World of Leather. You either have it or you don't.
Right Light package deal. These 7 windows, £1989. Offer extended to February. Ring Maidstone 44411 now. Popeyes!
Because TDK specialize.
Back now at Canby Island and the decisive 5th set in the MFI World Pairs Final between Tony Payne of the United States and Peter Locke of Wales.
So it's all down to, well, perhaps it would be unfair to say the unfashionable half of the partnerships.
140!
Because there's nothing particularly unfashionable about that as an opener. Well, this is a volcanic pace.
130!
There's
Just going in everywhere at the right place at the moment, Bob, for Locke.
Yeah, I think he's having a little bit of a problem getting started, isn't he?
43. Peter requires 51.
19 will lead to 16s. 2 8s. Quite a bewildering leg there for Locke. He dropped it everywhere in all of the right places.
Second leg, Tony going first. Him up, please.
Tony Payne then on the wrong end of a 12-dart checkout. And it's going to be a test of his character, Bob, because Peter Locke here went off like a whirlwind.
He certainly did. And I don't think he's finished blowing yet.
83. Score. 60.
Certainly has been a famous final for fluctuating fortunes, opening with John Lowe beating Locke, then Eric Bristow drawing it level. Bristow and Locke making it 2-1.
30.
John Lowe recorded a victory over Eric Bristow to repeat his World Championship final success. Here we are at the decider. Swinging around.
60. 58.
It was almost poetic, David. A famous final for fluctuating fortunes.
60.
Well, it's certainly swung one way or the other, and we're having a tremendous final match here, because this one, again, is so evenly balanced. Locke has been inspired by Bristow's presence.
60.
And it would really be poetic, truly poetic, if he could win it, having seen Bristow just being beaten. And of course, Bob, it's a long, long time since the Welsh have even had a share of a world title. What, way back to late and recent, what, 78?
That's right. I think that that was the last time they featured a world title. But they're a great darling nation, and we love them.
And Locke here has been a very honest practitioner for many years. He deserves
58.
a taste of honey.
Tony requires 136.
Tony Payne will be having thoughts on that.
.32 score. Peter requires 120.
For a 2-0 advantage now, treble 20. It's a single.
60. Tony requires 104.
Coming for 18s. Still wants the treble.
56. Peter requires 60.
For a flying start to the deciding set. Double top. No 10s.
40 score.
Through that first start to the high, which obscured part of his double target, so Payne in with a chance now. Now he wants double top. Clip the wire inside, now 10.
38 score. Peter requires 20.
To the wrong double.
Score. Tony requires 10.
Right, seat of the pants stuff at the moment.
Yeah!
Well, Payne wraps it up.
Peter to third first. Game on, please.
It was terribly tight. It was tremendously tense, but it was the first leg in this tournament. Never saw a ton.
140!
One apiece. Here's Payne. His favourite trick of having a double
93.
around the board. £12,000, remember, is the prize that rests on the outcome of this set. Say that rarely have I seen such determination on Peter Locke's face, or in his play, Bob.
Yes, he remembers last year, and he wants to go one better this time.
And indeed, overshadow Eric Bristow.
Peter requires 101.
By being a winner for the Crafty Cock, 101. 13s, maybe.
43 score.
Single 13.
Total requires 85.
85 then for Payne. 70 now going. And now bullseye.
60 score on the field. Peter requires 58.
They really are running hammer and tongs on these doubles. No double top for Locke. 8 10s.
38 scored, and total requires 25.
25 he wants. He might come for 17 to leave. 8 2 4, different way.
21. Peter requires 20.
To be sure, they are both feeling the pace and the pressure.
Fourth leg, Tony throwing first. Game on, please.
I think there's a... Oh. Well, Bob, it's understandable, really, that there's so much at stake up there, and both of them really looking a bit shaky on the doubles now.
That's right. It's a crumb of encouragement for all dart players, really, because we all suffer with nerves, regardless of who we are or whatever.
32.
2-1 to Locke. And it's the first to 5, remember.
96.
No tiebreaker in this tournament. And here is Tony Payne, the man who admits he dreamt he was going to win this title. Pick his game up to make that dream come through. 2-1, but ahead comfortably in this fourth leg.
Total requires 123.
now, 66 going. There's 18 left.
Yeah,
But he knew.
that's the ball play. Tony Payne.
A most impressive check-out. Let's just remind you, what, 123, 57, left him 66. He went, I think, for the single 16 to leave the ball, got the 3 and then 2 9s. Bob Anderson, that really was calculating finishing from the American.
It was common sense, really, because he knew that if he missed the treble, he was on a single dart for the ball. It was good shooting.
But he did have to change direction and line himself up.
Well, these
137.
Americans are pretty good at that.
And of course, Tony Payne, something of an expert in checkouts. He does write on the theory of darts
41.
for a leading American darts magazine.
He also writes a column in that magazine called Thermonuclear Cricket, would you believe? Cricket being an American darts game.
60.
Peter Locke, it would appear still to be recoiling slightly from the
60.
1-2-3 finish. Farley put his most auspicious leg together here. Locke here yet to hit a ton in this race. Payne with the throw now then.
Tony requires 144.
Once again,
Peter requires
his knowledge and ability to hit these shots, leaving him now 2 8s and asking mighty questions of Locke.
91. Tony requires 16.
To move into the lead.
Yes, that's the fifth leg. Tony Payne.
19 darts and all the finishing power brought to bear.
Sixth leg, Tony Payne first. Remotely.
Bob, you get the feeling that maybe just swinging towards the American now.
100.
Peter's lost some of the ascendancy he had, but there's still a little while to go.
Well, it's 3-2, the first to 5 legs.
45.
Fair to say that Payne has laid siege here, gradually eroded away.
40. 100.
Well, they're both wilting a bit now. Healthier for Locke. And that will do wonders for his confidence. Suddenly, it is Payne who looks ragged at the edges.
On the turnaround here, really. Yeah, it's 41, 45, 41 the last 9 darts. Not really what we've expected from him.
60.
Changing for a downstairs.
139. Peter requires 116.
Now 36 going.
98 score. Tony requires 136. Peter requires 18.
Soon eyes to drag it back to 3-3.
Yes!
Full of confidence.
Bristow Locke.
16 darts the Welshman's finish.
7th leg is Peter throwing first. Game on.
Oh, who really would bet on this one? Now, suddenly it's Locke with the spring in his step and purpose.
60.
One with the second dart.
121.
Fruitful change of direction from Locke. Well, neither player are able to attain real consistency of scoring.
28.
But that's not really surprising, Bob. It's a pressure cooker atmosphere now.
Oh yes, yes. It's very hot up there atmospherically. That the pressure of the match is getting to both of them.
98.
One wonders the anguish out in the practice room where their respective more illustrious partners must be watching, tearing their hair out, I would think, Bob.
Yes, I should imagine there'd be a few comments flying around in the back room.
100.
Well, a fair amount of stake. £12,000, the first prize. Runners-up get 5, so a difference of 7,000.
140. Tony requires 101.
Who can produce the finish? 101. 81.
49 score. Peter requires 98.
Well, he can even throw the double, but may not get the opportunity to shoot for it.
52.
And now tops finishing has been his strength.
Yes! That's the seventh play. Lowe Payne. 8th leg, it's Tony to throw first. Game on, please.
Well, Bob, certainly doesn't pay to be a prophet in this game, because this
No,
one
it
has
doesn't.
changed direction virtually leg by leg.
134.
But it's nitty-gritty time for Peter Locke now.
83.
Well, there's Eric, in fact, the anxious faces come out of the practice room to try and encourage
his partner from the hall itself.
78.
And we can see John Lowe over in the corner. I don't think we can pick him up because he's right under one of our lights, but he's out as well. An indication of just how much they care about this MFI title.
60.
Payne wants 150.
Tony requires.
There's the state of the parties. Tony Payne's great strength has been his cool finishing. And an awkward shot it is, 155. It's on now. He's got to come down for 19s, 319s to lead the double. What a recovery this could be. Oh, my word. That is out of this world. And Bristow is on his feet. That's one right out of the top drawer. And Eric's saying, calm down. But how can the boys stay calm after a finish like that?
We come to the 9. The final leg. Peter Locke to throw first. Game on, please.
Well, there's the picture that says it all. Even Eric Bristow can hardly bear to watch. What a final.
85.
Bob Anderson, Bob. You wouldn't script it, would you?
You couldn't have written it any better. That was the most magnificent finish I've seen in many a year, I promise you.
And under real pressure.
96.
Oh, you bet.
And it doesn't even get a share of the 1,004, the highest checkout. He'll remember it for a while, so will we.
100.
Deciding leg, 4 apiece.
97.
Can't afford to do that. He'll come out.
120.
And again, this incredible final is turned upside down.
85.
Tony Payne critically has won the strike, Bob.
I was surprised that Peter didn't go for a 25 in his last start. They would have left 170 and given him at least a shot.
46.
And in the present climate, who's to say he would have scored it? Oh dear.
28. Tony requires 142.
We have yet to see the final dramatic chapter. 142 for Payne. Well, Locke could still snatch it.
'82 scores. Tony requires 83.
317s will be his first aim. 81 now going. All over the place. Scored 5.
23
Just rounds it off on 60 and now Locke.
Peter requires 80.
For the title, 80 going. It's a 5. Looks like. That's the shot! It was a 25! It left in the pool! We couldn't possibly see it. Peter Locke knew what he wanted, and he has worked little short of a miracle. 155 in the penultimate leg. finishing on the ball, which has stunned everybody apart from Eric Bristow. There is Bristow. I have rarely seen him look more delighted even when he has won World Championships. That's a marvellous picture, and who would begrudge Peter Locke his moments of absolute triumph, because he's been such an honest player for so many years, and he's having his moments, and he is a world champion, and they'll be singing in the valleys because he's helped Bristow win a championship, and the Welsh will love that. What a final, what a climax, and well, we wonder what could possibly ever happen next in this world of darts.
Yes, a mouth-watering prospect that fulfilled all its potential taken to the very last leg, and what a nerve-tingling one it was. The hard work over, now the presentation introduced by Tony Green.
But would you please welcome now to receive their trophies, a cheque for £12,000 from the Managing Director of MFI, John O'Connell, the 1987 MFI World First Champion, Eric Bristow, Bristow Locke.
As Eric Bristow predicted, one of the trophies bound for South Wales and the other for Stoke.
Yes, there they are, the champions.
Well, Peter Locke, I think it's fair to say if you live to be 150, you're never going to have two finishes quite so important or quite so emotional as those two.
Oh, no idea, but I think I've been treading in roses, I think. But what it was, 155 done the trick, I think. 120 was on 50. I was glad, and I shut my eyes when I went for the 38. And then come out in the end. And
Eric, we've seen you win many, many trophies and many big titles, but I don't think I've ever seen you quite so delighted as you seem to be when Locke's winning darts went in those last two legs.
That's right, yeah. We went 2-1 up, and then I played John, and John played superb against me. Beat me quite convincingly, 5-2 or 5-3. And I thought I'd let Peter down, and then sitting there watching him, and he come out all guns blazing, give the lad a little start, and then stuck it. Thank you very much. Peter Locke played brilliant. Played superb.
There you go. Peter, Eric, many congratulations. A really super final, and enjoy the moment.
I hope you enjoyed that memorable final from all of us.